Good day, and welcome to X News Channel. I'm Stephanie Anamu, bringing you today's top story from Abuja, Nigeria. The Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project, SERAP, has called on the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, to immediately disclose whether it has begun directly paying federal allocations to Nigeria's 774 local government areas, LGAs, as mandated by a landmark Supreme Court ruling in July 2024. The advocacy group also urged the CBN to publish the exact amounts disbursed to each LGA, emphasizing the need for transparency in the management of public funds. SERAP's demand, announced in a statement on X at 8:42 a.m. on Sunday, comes amid growing concerns over the financial autonomy of LGAs, which have historically struggled under the control of state governments. The 2024 Supreme Court judgment declared that LGAs, as the third tier of governance in Nigeria, must receive their allocations directly from the Federation account, bypassing the state joint local government account system. This ruling aimed to curb the mismanagement and diversion of funds by state authorities, a practice that has long hindered rural development and the delivery of basic services like healthcare, education, and infrastructure at the local level. The state joint local government account system, established under Section 162(5) of the Nigerian Constitution, has been a point of contention for years. While intended to streamline revenue distribution, it has often allowed state governments to withhold or misuse LGA funds. A 2021 report by WMonitor revealed that many LGAs lack financial autonomy, with state governors frequently dissolving elected councils and replacing them with caretaker committees, an action the Supreme Court has since deemed illegal. The court also ruled that LGAs run by such committees should not receive federal allocations, labeling the practice as in gross misconduct by state governors. SERAP's call for transparency has sparked widespread support on social media. At 8:46 a.m., user Tisiradigi replied to SERAP's post, stating, "Every kobo meant for local communities must be accounted for. Full transparency from Ensen Bank is non-negotiable. Nigerians deserve to know exactly how much each of the 774 LGAs is receiving. No more gatekeeping. Open the books on accountability now." Another user, 2Hamza592, echoed the sentiment at 8:47 a.m., saying, "Very important because the thieves we have currently in leadership can't be trusted, and they are shameless in their stealing." However, skepticism persists among some Nigerians. At 8:57 a.m., LGA commented, "We were scammed by that judgment of the Supreme Court. How did we get to a situation where agencies of government, individuals, corporate entities cherry-pick portions of any judgment of court to obey and portions to disregard?" The user's post included images of formal meetings involving government and security officials, possibly hinting at ongoing discussions or partnerships, though their relevance to the LGA issue remains unclear. SERAP's latest action aligns with its broader mission to promote accountability in the use of Nigeria's resources. The group has a history of legal advocacy, including a recent lawsuit against President Bola Tinubu over alleged unlawful actions, and a push for Meta to pay a $220 million fine imposed by the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission. SERAP's efforts also resonate with a 2014 study by Ehijia Musoi Uikizito, published on academia.edu, which found that while the state joint local government account system reduced wasteful spending in some regions, it still enabled mismanagement in others, underscoring the need for stricter oversight. The Allocation of Revenue Federation Account, etc. Act provides a legal framework for distributing funds among federal, state, and local governments with specific percentages allocated to LGAs. For instance, the Act mandates that 10% of a state's internally generated revenue be paid quarterly into the state joint local government account for LGA use. However, without transparent reporting, as SERAP demands, it remains difficult to verify compliance. As public pressure mounts, all eyes are on the CBN to respond. Nigerians await clarity on whether the bank has implemented the Supreme Court's directive, a move that could significantly empower LGAs to address local needs. if the funds are managed responsibly. For now, SERAP's push for openness continues to fuel a national conversation about governance, accountability, and the fight against corruption in Nigeria. That's it for now on X News Channel. Stay tuned for more updates, and thank you for watching.